All right, guys, another week, another recap. Now, this week's challenge, we had a climbing wall. It was awesome. All right, these are the challenges that you want to do. All right, if we could build this in our backyard, we would. All right, 2 climbing walls, one of them moves. It's dynamic moves. You get to jump from one to the other. You think you're Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible. Iron Man, baby.
Climbing wall challenge, stupid. I don't even want to talk about it. Fucking boring.
This one had some baggage with it, and we knew that we were going to be paying a price, Tori and I. Going into this challenge, I knew no matter what that I was going in.
Jordan gets thrown into elimination. The whole day, I am nauseous. I am so worried. I'm like, he's going in. I'm already on the UK team at this point. I'm like, I don't even care if he's gonna switch. I just need to make sure he gets through tonight. I just remember sitting outside, like while the whole day was going on, and I'm sitting on this pagoda, I'm by myself, I'm trying to meditate, I'm doing yoga, and there was like a pond outside of the house, and I would always look outside for fish in this pond, because like, it's just this like calming thing you can do while you're there. The game tension is so high, it's like you can't really get away from it, so like I was just looking at fish in a pond. And I had never been able to see one. I would always see like the remnants of like the ripples of one. And I'm just like staring. I'm also hungover. I'm staring like just like blankly into the pond, just like thinking about how sad I am about Jordan going to elimination. And then all of a sudden this fucking fish jumps right where I'm looking. And I swear to God, I'm like, yo, this is a sign. I'm like, everything's gonna be okay. I've been looking for a fish since I got here. This is a sign. And then so I'm just like thinking about it. It got me up. I'm starting to do some yoga. I go into downward dog. I'm looking through my legs. I see this fucking ginormous rainbow over like the backyard. I start freaking out. I'm like, this is a sign. Everything's going to be okay. I run to go get Jordan. I pull him outside. I'm like, babe, look at this rainbow. Like, everything is going to be okay.
Let's break it down. So, half of your team's on one side, half your team's on the other. You got to get all of these Roman numerals to match throughout the wall. Pretty easy strategy. Let's get our top 3 climbers. That would be Ninja, myself, and Polly. And we're going to have to come through and get, all the ones that we can get. Now, UK did not set the bar very high. They were actually terrible. And it's challenges like these that you can really see. It didn't matter what their strategy was. They just couldn't hold on to the wall. This was athletic ability. It was very kind of apparent to us that, hey, if us 3 can do well, we're going to win this one. And for me, maybe if I do well enough, they'll spare me, right? Wrong. We win this thing pretty handily. I thought a tall tale funny thing that happened was Cara crying before she went on that one. You've been on 14 challenges. You know what? I'm not even gonna speak on it. I think it's played out by now. I'm above it. I thought some people on our team could do better than what they did. Shame on me for having high expectations.
We pull up to the elimination. It's fucking sledgehammers. Like, if there wasn't a God, no, there 100% has to be a God or something greater looking out and down upon us, because the way that day worked out, I saw a fish, I saw a rainbow, we pull up, and there's sledgehammers. I mean, if that's not a trifecta of luck right there, then I don't know what is, because Jordan goes in there, demolishes Theo, no offense Theo, demolishes Theo, and then he's about to like switch teams, and I'm like, oh, he's gonna switch everybody. He like starts reaching in his pocket for something.
Now let's get to the juicy stuff. I'm going into elimination, and duh, I knew that. All right, so when Cara tries to play a little Josh, yeah, right, I'm going in regardless. When I walked in that elimination, I saw sledgehammers on the ground. Poof! Bruh, I was born with a sledgehammer in my hand. That's not a lie. People think I lie when I say that, but that's not a lie. I was literally born with a sledgehammer in my hand. They're like, where did this fucking sledgehammer come from with this little baby? It's neither here nor there. It's time for a story for another time. bittersweet because I got to go against my boy Theo. We grew close with Theo, and to be honest, we were all outsiders together, so sucks to do it. And Theo had such a good run. You know, this was his 4th elimination, and that's pretty crazy to go into that many. And we still had more to go, so if he would have won, I'm sure he would have won more. Unfortunately, I don't think anybody on the show is going to beat me with a sledgehammer. I've just literally got years and years and years of experience with it. So, lucky me, truly.
Is he gonna pull out a flag, like a UK flag, and like start like waving it around? And like saying he switched teams? And then like he pulls out a box and I'm like, no fucking way. Like, oh my God, this is happening right now. My biggest thing was I literally had just went from fucking kill him, fucking die, kill him, death, murder, nail him in the coffin, like screaming like horrible things. Really sad things, really mean things, to being like, I do. Oh my God, I do. I so do. So I'm like, if I ever look like a psychopath, it's 100% this TV episode, because you've literally seen all sides of my personality in a matter of 5 minutes. And then it turned into honestly the happiest moment ever. And, you know, we're celebrating this together, and like you're celebrating it with everybody at this point. Basically everybody puts it behind them, the game behind them, and it's just like celebrating this like moment of love, and that's really beautiful. And then there are some people who I really don't want to talk about, because I don't even want to make this video about them. I don't even want to shine that light on them, because what this was about for me was, and Jordan was like, this is our moment of like, oh my God, we're gonna be together forever, and our families aren't here right now, so we can't share this information with them. So our families are the people on the show. So the fact that everybody who did put it behind them, the game behind them, to celebrate this moment with us, it literally meant the world to me and to him.
The good stuff, the mushy stuff, the lovey stuff. I was terrified to ask Tori to marry me. And you know, a huge aid in that terror was I didn't want Tori to think asking on the show would be like corny. You know, I know a proposal is like a big thing in a woman's life, or like, you know, some women, they really fantasize about what that's going to be like one day, so I didn't want to ruin it. And I just thought, we met on the show, we met because of the show, and it's such a big part of our life that why not? Let's take a shot. So the fact that I got a really good elimination was awesome, because that would have sucked to have lost and then tried to you know, as on the way out, like, hey, keep this and think of me. But you know, I had it in my head. I had this like speech in my head, and I probably said it 100 times since getting off the bus. And production had no idea up until I actually had to give the ring to one of the PAs before I got off the bus, you know, because it just how it works, and there's no other time, like, you can't really carry it with you. And so she, from there, I think, you know, she let them know, like, hey, this is a possibility. And then, you know, whenever after the elimination, and they're giving me like my rings and necklace back and everything, they're like, she goes, hey, do you want the other ring too? I go, yeah. She be like, on the radio, he's gonna ask. And I was like, oh man, this is real. They're like radioing this is like, oh crap, all eyes, don't backfire. And it had this speech, you know, that related to the game and everything, and I'm just glad I didn't fumble over my words too much. But when she said yeah, oh man, like nothing in the game really mattered after that. Like, I was like, oh man, I can actually lose and I'd be okay now, because we're engaged. So yeah, Tori is truly my best friend, and we have so much fun together. So to get to spend the rest of my life with her, I was like, all right, I'm good. And then we got to rub it in the US's face and switch. If you ask me, they just lost the 2 best players in the game, And I think that the UK is going to accept us with loving arms.